My name is Carla McCall, and I'd like to give you a little backstory to our healthy journey. So in high school, I always played sports, and I'm tall, and I was always quite skinny. And so as, I graduated and started college and things, the weight started to come on, but I was always pretty healthy and not really overweight. Then I had my children and things kind of changed, and I gained a good bit of weight as I got older. So in my 30s, things were kind of fine. In my 40s, things changed. So at my heaviest weight, I was 277 pounds. So when I started, I just decided that I absolutely had to get healthy. My husband was very unhealthy and obese, and you'll see that in his story. And I just decided that I absolutely had to do something. In 2018, my first grandchild was being born. And let me just tell you, that set me on fire because, I always ask people, what is your why and when is your when? Well, let me tell you, that was a good part of my why. And when was my when? Was March of 2018. I didn't even tell my husband what I was doing. I had researched to find something that would work for me because I'm a very picky eater. And I just knew that there are all these other programs. I don't eat any cold vegetables and very few hot ones. And I just knew there was not going to be something that worked for me. So I went looking I researched and went looking for some products that maybe would help me because I was traveling a good bit. So I had to have something that was easy to use, that tasted good, that traveled well. I couldn't cook 3 meals a day or 5 meals a day. And I couldn't carry the stuff with me because I didn't have anywhere to put it and heat it up. So I went searching and I found the program that we've both used. But right now I just want to tell you about what kicked it in gear for me and what created the beginning of this journey. So I decided in March of 2018 that was that. When was my win? Was now. And I began my program. And I didn't even ask my husband if he wanted to do it with me because I had asked several times in the past. I had tried to do different things and he just wasn't interested. So, you know what, guys? I just made it happen on my own. I got out there, I did it, I meant I was gonna do it, and I did. I created my own grocery list, my own method of grocery shopping, my own meal planning, my vision board. I really got deep in figuring out what my vision was, what my goals were, and I just meant I was gonna make it happen. And so you'll see as we move along this journey that it did happen. And it was about losing the weight, but it wasn't as much about losing the weight as it was getting healthy. We had 3 children, one of which the youngest was 12. We had our first grandchild on the way, and I meant that I wanted to be here. My children and my family needed me, so I had to figure out a way to make it happen. And I did. So in that journey, I was able to go from the 277 pounds to just below 200 pounds. There's a method to it. It's not just about the weight loss. It's not a diet. I call a diet, it starts with the word die, and a lifestyle journey starts with the word life. So I just wanted to give you some backstory as to what our life was like and, fast forward to what we did and where we are now.
Hello, my name is Butch McCall. Let me give you a little bit of history about my journey. Let me set some backstory so you understand what I started, because it's not just about weight loss. In 2006, I lost both my youngest brother and my father within 5 months. This started a little battle with depression that snuck in, and I didn't even know it. If you know, grief can actually cause serious mental and physical changes in your body. During all this time, I had a wife and 3 children, and life was great otherwise. Now fast forward to 2012, when I lost my other brother to a heart attack from poor health. This really sent me over the deep end into what I call a pit of quicksand. Outwardly, I seemed fine and no one had ever known my suffering. However, I started to care less and less about myself and my level of activity. I quickly started to put on weight. By 2018, I had put on well over 250 pounds and topped the scale 560 plus. My life was matching my depths of despair, and I lived there for 12 years. I couldn't even buckle a seatbelt in my truck, sit at a booth at a restaurant, walk more than 50 feet, do any activities with my family. I had terrible sleep apnea and would stop breathing repeatedly. My life was in jeopardy, and I couldn't seem to find the will to reach out for help. I felt like I was where I was supposed to be. My wife and family would constantly try to help, but I just didn't care enough to try. I was caring and giving to everyone but myself. Things changed in 2018 when my wife decided that she was to get healthy and change her life. She had hit the wall and decided that no matter what, she was doing it. Because she had tried to help me so many times before, she didn't even ask me to start with her. She just went about her business of getting healthy, and I watched. I watched for about 2 weeks before I got up the courage to ask her about her program. I was curious now because she was losing weight, sleeping better, had more energy, and was living life. I suddenly realized that I needed to and could do it. It was time for me to stop feeling sorry for myself and live my life best I could. So I asked her about it and began my journey. My life has forever been changed, not to mention a 250-pound weight loss so far. This journey has been amazing. Listen to me, friends. It's never too late to reach out for help. If I can do it, so can you.
We'd love for you to follow along, to like the page, subscribe to the page, follow us on our journey. We're going to give you all the tips and tricks that we used. We're going to, help you walk this journey. And it's just about living your best life and being as healthy as you can. So thanks for stopping by and joining us today just to hear a little of where we were and where we are now. And we hope to see you back soon.